everyone. We're going to be making some summer wreaths today. So some of the supplies you're going to need is an aluminum hanging plant hanger from Dollar Tree, artificial flowers, a glue gun, glue sticks, scissors, and some construction paper. To begin, I'm going to use my construction paper to kind of trace something on top of the container. There's a sticky stuff on here that I just don't feel like going through the process of ripping off, so I'm going to cover it up with this brown construction paper. So first I'm going to begin by tracing it so that I can cut it out and glue it on with a hot glue gun. Cut each individual artificial flower. I have two different bundles and I'm going to separate them, that way it looks a little bit more realistic when placing them in the container. So the best way that I know how to do this is I'm going to separate and cut each stem. Just know that there is a metal wire within here, so they won't necessarily cut all the way through. So what I do is I use the scissors to kind of score it, and then I move the stem back and forth and it comes right off. If you happen to know a better way of doing this, feel free to do so, but this is how I do it and it's pretty simple. So use your scissors to kind of score each stem and move it back and forth so that it comes off. Now that these are all separated and the hot glue gun should be ready, I'm going to begin by gluing the construction paper that I had previously cut out. If you are new to using a hot glue gun, please be sure to protect your fingers. It's very easy to get burnt. I sometimes use pencils or pens to help hold things down if it's a little too hot. The nice thing though is that with hot glue guns things dry very quickly. Here comes the fun part. So now we're going to start gluing in some of the different flowers that we had cut out and place them how they want. So each flower is going to be a little bit different and it might depend on the kind that you have at home. But since mine are meant to kind of dangle down, I'm going to use most of the pink ones and I'm going to fold them over as I glue them in. And then I'm going to use the other green that I have and use it to kind of use as a filler. And I'm kind of just experimenting as I'm doing this. If it's easier for you to kind of place them in beforehand, please feel free to do so. I'm just going to kind of see how it looks as I go. have a few more pieces left, and I'm kind of experimenting to see where they might look good. As you can tell, I've been using my pen as well for some of the areas that it's really hard to kind of avoid the hot glue. The final step is if you want to write anything on your wreath, feel free to do so at this time. I'm using a permanent marker, but you could really use anything that you'd like. Also, if you have any other decorative items that you want to add, please feel free to do so. The most important thing is to kind of make it your own.